afternoon. It's actually evening. It is now 1 minute to 7 p.m. This video is coming out to you late because I had a manic day today, but it's done and dusted, and I am here with another video. My name is Joyce. If you're new in this channel, so glad you're here. For those of you who've been here a minute, thank you for so much for always coming back. Now today I actually had a topic that I was thinking about throughout the day, and I have mentioned it before, and it's about silence. It's about moving in silence. This is such a powerful tool, especially since we're talking about knowing thyself and just tapping into your higher self, as it were, and really making sure that when you make boss moves or you make any move, that you don't announce it to the world. Now, again, it depends on the situation, but I think always apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're silent, 20% of the time you talk about it, because the 20% is usually those innocuous actions that you need to take, that it really doesn't matter who you tell. For example, the fact that you're going shopping could be one of them. Another example could be that you're going into work. That's not a big deal. It's important to let people know what you're doing, especially in the work environment. But there are these other massive things that you are especially trying to get into. It takes so much courage for those of us who've attempted anything big or anything that's never been part of our natural DNA. I don't mean it's impossible. I just mean that we've never tried it. And therefore, it becomes almost impossible. When you announce it to the world before you do it, it then becomes now this challenge about convincing other people that you can do it. And you might tell people that will be totally against it. And that will literally break your own confidence about attempting, not necessarily even achieving it, just attempting it. So for example, you've always wanted to run a marathon, and you mention it to somebody, and you just happen to have a minor health challenge, or it might be that you've never done it before, and so you're wanting people to suss out people's view about how they might feel about you doing this. Big mistake. If you want to do something like that you've never done before, keep quiet, move in silence. Let them see you, or actually not even at the end. Let them see the badge and the photographs, Don't let them talk you out of it, especially if you've never been the athletic kind. Because there's people who are athletic, and my son is one of them. He's pretty much anything to do with sports, he's massive on, and he's really, really good at it. And so anything he wants to do around that is always like, oh yeah, of course you can do it. But for me, that would be something that's totally out of the box. So if I ever was to do something like that, I would definitely not tell people, because I know what they're going to initially say. Oh, you've never been the athletic type. Can you really do it? Plus, you're not exactly, 15 or 18 or 21, so how do you know that you can do it? You've got all of these other things against you, and I don't really think you should try it. And that already speaks to what my thoughts are around it. Can I really do it? I know I can, but can I really do it? Do I have what it takes? Am I completely capable? And that just one person can totally throw me off sync. And so it really is important that you move in silence in those big moves that will change your life 100%. I mentioned not too long ago about starting a business. If you come from a family that's never done it before, or you're not surrounded by people who are that way inclined, what you are going to get is people telling you can't do it. What are you going to do it? How do you have the experience? Why do you think you can do it? Who's going to help you? Etc., etc. So when you're doing things like that, I would say move in silence, because silence also affords you to listen to yourself, to get to actually learn the things that your, as I mentioned earlier, higher self is speaking. Because when we are silenced, when we are quiet, we get to hear from so much wisdom within us. But when you're constantly chatter, talking to this person, talking to that person, talking to the world, letting everybody know your business, it then becomes really clouded, and we never ever truly hear our voice, because all we are parroting out is what other people think, what other people say, and their assumptions about what we can and cannot do. So moving in silence is a really, really powerful tool, because it's twofold. It's about what other people think and the influence, but it's also about listening to yourself. So I hope you found that helpful. And sorry this is coming out to you late, but better late than never. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.